Hello students, welcome to the video on compound interest formula. So we talked about initial principal, which is technically the money you invest. We also talked about interest rate as a decimal. N stands for number of times it's compounded. T is the year, time in years. And A is amount after T years. Okay, so first thing, if we pay you interest once a year, N is equal to 1. If we pay you interest monthly, N is equal to 12. If we pay interest weekly, there are 52 weeks in 1 year, so the answer is 52. And the other one that we frequently see is quarterly. Quarterly is 4. Okay, so that's how you do it. Sometimes you'll be asked to do semi-annually, which means N is equal to 2 because 2 half years in a full year. Okay, let's see how we can use this in an example. You deposit $7,500 in an account that pays 6% annual interest. A good thing to do is to actually underline anything that's important. Okay, find the balance after 5 years if the interest is compounded monthly. Again, if you would like to read this example again, that's a good idea. Okay, good students always read the word problem twice or 3 times. So you deposit $7,500. So this means P is equal to 7,500. Okay, R is equal to 6%. But we have to express as a decimal, which is 0.06. It's 600. Find the balance after 5 years. So T is equal to 5. Okay, if the interest is compounded monthly. So this means N is equal to 12. Now, the formula that you see on top of the worksheet, okay, is over here, and I will copy it. The formula for compound interest is A is equal to P parentheses 1 plus R over N, and this is raised to N times T power. So now let's substitute. So A equals 7,500 times 1 plus 0.6 divided by 12, and everything raised to 5 times 12. All I'm doing is substituting. Okay, now we have this equation. So how do we solve this? We have multiplication, we have addition, we have exponents. First, we do whatever is inside of parentheses. But in parentheses, I have division and addition. So first, I will divide 6% over 12. Okay, that's my first thing I will do. So I get A equals 7,500 times 1 plus, again, 0.06 divided by 12 is 0.005. And everything raised to 5 times 12, which is 60. Again, if you look at the word PEMDAS, okay, PEMDAS, I have to still continue with parentheses. So now I will add 1 and 5,000. So A is equal to 75. A is equal to 7,500. Okay, and 1 plus 0.005 is basically 1 and 5,000 to the 60 power. Now, you need to have a calculator that can do exponents. So you can use either TI-83 or you could also use a calculator on your Chromebook. Okay, how do I do 1.05 raised to the 60? So on the calculator, you have to do something like 1.005 raised to the 60 power. This means exponent. Okay, so what is it? If I raise it to 60 power, Okay, I got this number, 7,500. I bring it down, and if you multiply, if you do 1.005 to the 60 power, you get 1.34885, and so on. Okay. So last thing you will do, you will multiply your decimal by 7,500. And your final answer is A is equal to 10,116 and 38 cents. So this is your final answer. So in other words, if you invest $7,500 with annual interest rate 6%, after 5 years, you will get more than $10,000. What I want you to do also, you can check your work using a computer, okay? So we can use this website, okay? I'll put the link in Google Classroom, and let's see if this works. So current principal equals 7,500. Annual addition, that means I'm not going to add any more money, because sometimes in bank you add money and you withdraw money. Years to grow, that will be 5 years. Interest rate, now in this case, they want the interest rate as a percent, so that will be 6. Okay, compounded, how many times? I think we said 12. Okay, and now let's see if our answer is the same. So please check it. Okay, we got the same result, 10,116 and 38 cents. Okay, so again, this website is very powerful. Okay, so now let's take a look at example number 2. In example number 2, you deposit $50,000. That's a lot of money, $50,000. Okay, in an account that pays 1% annual interest, so very low interest rate. Find the balance after 4 years if the interest is compounded quarterly. Okay, so I underlined all important things from this word problem. So first thing, P, the principal is $50,000. That's how much you invest. The interest rate R is equal to 1%, which is 0.01. That'll be 1%. Oh, my smartboard is not working properly. So that'll be 1%, which is 0.01. We also know that T is equal to 4. And compounded quarterly, please remember 4 quarters in a year, 4 quarters in a dollar. So N is equal to 4. Okay, now let's substitute all the numbers to the formula. So the formula is A is equal to P, the principal, 1 plus R over N, and everything raised to N times T power. So A is equal to 50,000 times 1 plus 0.01 divided by N, which is 4. Okay, and everything raised to N times T power, which will be 4 times 4. Again, just like in the previous example, first we do whatever is in parentheses. So inside of parentheses, I have addition and division. So I will do the division first. 1% divided by 4. So you get 50,000, okay, times 1 plus 0.01 divided by 4 is 0.0025 and raised to the 16th power. If you add the two numbers over here, you get 50,000 times 1.0025 and raised to the 16th. Again, how do I do 1.025 to the 16th power? You just cannot do this manually 16 times because it would be 1.0025 times 1 times 0.0025. So you have to use calculator. So using your calculator, you have to do 1.0025 raised to the 16th power. And if you do it, you should get 1.04075 and so on. So this will become 50,000 times 1.0407588 and so on. And if you multiply the two numbers, the final answer is $52,037.94. Okay? So think about it. You invested 50,000, and at the end you ended up with 52,000 with change. Why so little interest? Again, very low interest rate, 1%, and also the time you invested is only 4 years. Let's check if we get the same answer if we use our calculator. So if we use our calculator, okay, that's the website I showed you. So I'm investing 50,000. Annual addition, I'm not adding any money. Years to grow, I said 4 years. Interest rate as a decimal, as a percent, is 1. And compounded, I said 4 times, quarterly. Okay, calculate. And what did I get? $52,037.94. Exactly what I got when I did this using my formula. Again, so the objective of this video was to show you how to use this complicated formula, but also I showed you how to use this calculator to calculate interest and money after 2 years. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.